Hi guys, welcome to our third quiz. My name is Trina and welcome back again. So, first off, please give yourself a good pat on the back for sticking around for 3 days straight. You're well en route to become a master detective by picking up valuable skills needed to investigate online falsehoods. So, today and tomorrow, we'll be talking about social media timestamps. We will teach you how to identify upload times for social media posts on different platforms. Now, why is this even important? Why are we even telling you about social media timestamps? Simply because of the fact that knowing upload time is key for us to determine when a post is uploaded. So, viral visuals that we see on social media platforms would usually get downloaded and then reshared later on. So, fact checkers may encounter the same visuals posted by different social media users across multiple different platforms. Then the question is, how do we find the earliest version posted, shared on the internet? So when it comes to confirming all these different pieces of information, knowing who the first uploader is can actually help us when we need to find out if the uploader has perhaps more information and context to an incident behind the image or video. So today we'll look at determining social media timestamps for Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube, and tomorrow we'll talk about Instagram and TikTok. I know that sounds like it's a lot to take in, but first, take a deep breath and let us all go back to the basics of time. So, all of you watching here today, right now, can be located in different parts of Asia Pacific, right? And that spans across multiple different time zones. Someone who's located and watching this from, say, for example, Sydney, Australia, would be, looking at their clock and it will state a different time as opposed to someone who's sitting in New Delhi, India. So understanding that all of us are not necessarily living in the same time zone is important. But because we live on different time zones, this means that whatever timestamp that we see on social media platforms can also differ from one another. But besides different time zones, we need to understand that, social media platforms has its own unique way of looking and measuring time. So you will know that, how Facebook, depicts their upload time for each Facebook post is actually different from the ones that you see on YouTube. So with each platform having its own criteria, all of this may seem like it's very confusing, but worry not. We will take you through the steps one at a time. So first, we'll look at Twitter. The time shown on Twitter really depends on the time zone that your device is set to. But if you notice that, the time isn't immediately always apparent on each Twitter post, you will likely see in this case, the example here is the date that it was posted, or perhaps sometimes it will show you the duration it was posted. Say, for example, it was state 4 hours ago or even 10 hours ago. So how then do we get the exact upload time right down to the minute, right, of when this post was actually posted onto Twitter? What we gotta do is that, unfortunately, this has to be done on your laptop web browser or your desktop web browser. So once you're on your Twitter account, you can just, or your Twitter post, you can just basically mouse over the date. And once you mouse over it, you will notice that this gray little bar will pop up, right? And the gray little bar is actually called a tooltip. And this tooltip is very helpful because it tells you the exact time that this post was uploaded. And it will show you the time as 2:13 a.m. here because, according to my device was set to Asian time. So basically, it was 2:13 a.m. my time when this post was uploaded. Now, remember, because of that, we need to understand that the person who's posting this, the owner of the Twitter account, is probably living in or located in a different time zone from you. So if they are, then you need to make sure that you calculate exactly the time difference to find out what was the local time for the uploader itself. And usually we'll be able to tell that easily because the for most private or personal accounts, we or even organizational accounts that are regional or country based, they will actually state where they're located. So for Facebook, it's similar to also Twitter in that it shows you the upload time based on the time zone your device is set to. And sometimes you will notice that right below the uploader's name, the upload time is shown there. Now that's if you're really really lucky. So then you'll be able to see that, oh, I don't need to put much effort. It already states here the date and the time of upload. But not always, right? In some cases, you will notice that on Facebook, you only see, say, a duration that it was posted. For example, in this case, it was posted 2 hours ago. But when really is 2 hours ago? It doesn't say right down to the minute, right? So what you need to do, just like Twitter, in that you will need to mouse over it. Again, you have to be doing this on your web browser. Mouse over it, and you will see the tooltip popping up, and it will show you the exact date and time based on the time zone that your computer's or device is set to. So remember that, to ensure the timestamp is accurate, we always like to recommend and encourage everyone to actually click on the Facebook post to go to the individual post and to get a more accurate reading of the time instead of viewing it from newsfeed or even from the uploader's page feed. So with YouTube, you will notice that YouTube is a little bit different from Facebook and Twitter, simply because of the fact that YouTube indexes the upload time for all the videos in Pacific Standard Time, meaning it follows the US time zone. So, and it's a bit tricky because if you go on to you open YouTube on your web browser, you mouse over the date, there is no tooltip that pops up, right? So you're basically just wondering, okay, how do I then find the upload time for each YouTube video? So our recommendation for this is that you could actually use Invit. So Invit's a third-party tool, and if you recall earlier at the start of the session, we actually asked you to download the Invit Chrome extension on your laptop. So we'll try that very shortly. We hope that you managed to download it earlier, and we can actually run through this demo together with you. If not, you can quickly do it right now. So we've actually dropped the link to Invit, Chrome extension. So you can basically just do that or click on it, or basically go to Google and just Google fake news debunker by Invit and be verified. This also works on Firefox. So if you're on Firefox, you can do the same. Basically, once you got to this Chrome Web Store page, you can actually hit on Add to Chrome to download the extension. Now, if you're wondering what is Invit, you want to learn more about Invit and how it works, and basically, if what Invit can do in terms of its power or abilities. So you can actually read on the Chrome Web Store. They do have a description and even a video that shows you what are the multiple different tools that Invit has. So once you've done all of that, I assume by now you've downloaded the Chrome extension. Now you head back to your YouTube video, and you would then copy the URL of the video that you want to get the timestamp for from the browser address bar. And then you then try to open Invit. So once you download the extension, you will notice that there is this little Invit icon on the top right of your web browser. Now, if you don't see that, don't panic, because you will notice that there is this little jigsaw icon on the top right as well. You can click on that, and that basically is where all your Chrome extensions that you have downloaded in the past are housed. So you just need to scroll through and look for Invit among all the extensions that you have. Click on it, and then immediately you see this pop-up box that that asks you which do you prefer, what do you want to look at. So I would suggest that you would need to open Toolbox, and Toolbox has multiple different tools in it. So once you click on Open Toolbox, you immediately be taken to a new tab that looks like this. And what you need to essentially do is that you need to click on Video Analysis. And once you get onto Video Analysis, all you have to do is just paste the URL that you copied earlier and hit on Submit. And given your internet speed, just give it a bit of time. It may take 30 seconds or even less for it to process, and you will see the results bar. And once you scroll down, you'll be able to see the upload time listed here. And the upload time is always listed in UTC. So then you will need to convert it to local time if you're trying to determine the upload time of the video in local time. So you will notice that Invit is very nice and generous to have offered next to the time upload time, it has offered this hyperlink that says convert to local time. All you have to do is just click on it. Once you click on it, it'll bring you to a new tab, which is a time zone converter, where it actually helps you to calculate all the time difference. Now, what you have to do is you have to key in your the upload time that you managed to get. In this case, it was 1954 UTC, and also key in the date. And then after that, then you need to key in what is the your target local time you're looking for. Is it like, for example, here they put in Seoul, South Korea. So if you put that in, then it will tell you automatically 22nd of February in 2022 at 7:54 p.m. in UTC is actually the 23rd of February 2022 at 4:54 a.m. So I hope that was clear enough, and that you're all set and ready, because we're about to get started with the quiz. So as usual, go to this web link, quizzy.com/join. And you have 2 minutes to basically key in your nickname, key in the code, sorry, key in the quiz code and key in your nickname. And then we'll give you for today, because we know it's like slightly trickier than the other previous quiz questions. We're giving you 5 minutes to answer them. So we'll give you still have like 1.5 minutes to log on, get in. Okay, get onto Quizzy. Okay, if you're on your mobile phone, remember, get onto Quizzy on like a different mobile device, or open your laptop, have two tabs open. Keep watching this YouTube video, because we'll show you how to get the answers after the quiz is over. Now we have about a minute left. I see that some of you have still not got on Quizzy yet, so quickly head over, key in the code. Don't get the code wrong. Make sure that you're in the right Quizzy room, and input the same nickname that you use when you register for chapter 1, and make sure you keep to the same nickname. I'm very sorry if you regret your nickname. If you think that your nickname was very lame and you want to change it, I'm sorry, that's too late for that. You've already registered with that nickname, so you have to stick through it with it throughout this entire chapter 1. So we've got about 30 seconds left. Okay, guys, like hurry up, hurry up, hurry up. Okay, 30 seconds to go. Quickly key in the code that you see on screen, and input a nickname on the Quizzy website. So basically, get on to Quizzy, because we're about to start the quiz. Once the timer hits 0 and it's time's up, we're gonna launch the quiz. So guys, like, better hurry up. Seriously. 5 seconds to go. Okay, are you ready? Are you ready? Cool. Okay, because we're gonna get started right now. So this is the question. You will see 3 YouTube video links here, which we'll also copy in chat. Don't worry. So these 3 videos from YouTube show fireworks held in London, Dubai, and Sydney on the same New Year's holiday. Which city's video was actually uploaded the earliest? So you have fireworks video from London, Dubai, and Sydney for New Year's Eve countdown show. So remember what we talked about in terms of checking upload time for YouTube. We needed to download an extension to do it. So I hope that gives you a good enough clue on what to do next. You have about 4 minutes left. So, okay, guys, hurry up, hurry up. If you have not gotten the extension yet, quickly do it now. It doesn't take long, especially if you have good internet connection speed. It should be fairly quick and fast for you to get the Invid Chrome extension install on your laptop. Then you can quickly plug in the YouTube URLs for all the 3 videos, so you can get the upload time for each video. And of course, You need to make your own good deduction, to see, which one is the answer. Or if you're really pressed for time and you don't want to guess, I mean, you don't want to do the homework and you just want to like play a guessing game, then you could just click on anyone. That's fine. But do remember that we are keeping track of your scores just for fun, because we all love some competitive spirit just for fun, to see how good you are. After all, I think it's very, very culturally appropriate to be competitive by nature. Uh, so okay, guys, you have like 3 minutes left. I don't think this should be fairly difficult. I think most of you should be able to get it. I see some people have been very enthusiastic and they've keyed in their answers already. Okay, guys, less than 3 minutes to go. Let's see if you got this. Right. Is it the London video? Is it the Dubai video? Or is it the Sydney video? Hmm. You could make a guess, but I wouldn't encourage you to do so, because the whole point of the exercise is to actually do the exercise, right? To actually answer the quiz. And remember, we do give out swag to those who participated in 6 out of the 8 quizzes. So if you want some sweet Google swag, if you think that's cool, then you should actually make sure that you complete at least 6 out of the 8 quizzes for chapter 1. Okay, guys, 2 more minutes left. So I hope if you have just logged on and you realize that, oh crap, I missed out the earlier lesson, I only see the quiz. Word of advice: download Invid Chrome extension and use the video analysis tool available on Invid, and input the YouTube address into the video analysis tab, and you'll be able to get the upload time for the video itself. There, I basically spelled it out already how to do it, so you should be able to get the right answer. Okay, guys, 1.5 minutes left. So we're looking at, looks like a lot of you guys are still hesitating with the answers, because doesn't look like you guys are there yet with submitting your answer in Quizzy. It's okay to get it wrong. Most important is always the learning experience, right? It's not an exam, which is great because no one's going to grade you or score you. We got less than 1 minute to go. Okay, is it London, Dubai, or Sydney? Can you guys like quickly find out on Invid? And let's see if you can get the answers in the last 30 seconds. 30 seconds left, guys. 30 seconds left. So, is it the first video, the second video, or the third video? I don't know. If you have done your due diligence, you should be able to get the correct answer because it's pretty straightforward. Okay, the last 20 seconds. All right, I hope that you guys are ready to get the answer, because we're about to show you the answer in 10 seconds. Okay, guys, I hope you keyed in the answer ready, because the quiz is about to end. And we shall move on. So some of you may have, figure out, oh, by default, the obvious answer is Sydney. Is it really Sydney? So let's see. How we're going to do this is that, if you remember, we talked about using Invid. So once you launch Invid, you go to Open Toolbox, you select Video Analysis, and then we start with the London URL. So the London YouTube video, we drop the URL here, we click Submit, and then we get the results. And then we go to and look at the upload time, which is basically, it says 1st of January 2022, just right past midnight, and it is in UTC. All right, that's what Invid does. It shows us in UTC. That's okay. We're gonna just compare it all in UTC. So we'll look at the second one. Using the same method, we'll look at the Dubai video. So again, we go to video analysis. Just open up another, you can open up Invid on another tab. Click on video analysis, drop the URL from the Dubai fireworks video, hit submit. And then you'll also get the results here. It says upload time, which is on 31st of December 8:25 UTC, which is slightly earlier than the London video. So this looks like it's earlier than the London video. And then we go to the Sydney video. So then we do the same method. We open another tab, we open Invid, hit on video analysis, and then copy paste the Sydney YouTube URL, and then hit submit. And we see that the upload time for this is actually the 1st of January, 8:50 a.m. in UTC. So obviously, based on the quick exercise that we just did, the answer is actually Dubai, not Sydney. And so I hope that this is clear enough. We actually put down the timestamps here below so that you can actually take a look at it and see the comparison. And you can see that Dubai is actually the earliest. Now, the lesson for today, word of advice from someone who once shared with me, is that, do not make false assumptions. So as you can see, based on the world map, the time zone, basically it all starts from what the line that you see on the right. So by default, knowing that Sydney has an earlier time zone, you would probably guess that the Sydney video is first, but and then followed by Dubai and followed by London. But people can actually upload videos after the many hours later after the fact. So this is a good lesson to not make assumptions that just because the Sydney is on an earlier time zone, therefore the video for Sydney is actually earlier. So with this quiz, we hope that you understand the importance of checking social media timestamps. And with that, thank you all for today. I hope you guys stay tuned for tomorrow and also next week for our subsequent work quizzes. So if you're actually wondering, how well you're doing, you can actually check out our leaderboard at this website. And also, if you have any questions at all, please feel free to email us and ask us, especially if your question is not answered at all in our FAQ section. So with that, thank you. I think I'll just wrap it up, and I'll see you guys tomorrow for the second part of social media timestamps. Take care. Bye.